Hey everybody, and welcome to Binder Minder. And today is mail day. In fact, we've been hanging on to things for quite a while, and my wife has ordered a ton of stuff, like a ton of stuff. And then I on top of that, I've ordered some stuff as well to finish up some decks and a couple other things. So yeah, we've got a lot to go through. So big stack here, a couple surprises, a couple big cards in here. If you've been a viewer for a while, mail days are basically just where we kind of run down what's coming, new stuff that's not cards, packs that we're opening up and stuff like that. I know my wife has been working on finishing up her zombie deck. She also has put in some big orders to try to finish up the cat collection and her Final Fantasy collection, the full set of Final Fantasy cards. Well, the full set of standard cards, at least. Beyond that, I'm working on an upgrade to my Slime Against Humanity deck. I think I've got all the cards for my Templar Knight deck, but I'm going to make sure. So sitting here to the side here, I've got a bunch of decks. I don't know. I've got a bunch of decks that I've been picking up cards here and there to upgrade and stuff, and I just haven't done it. So I got all that for me to do after this video here. Beyond that, though, I've been picking up cards for the Persistent Petitioners. That's a new deck that I'm kind of starting to pick up cards. That was one of those things where I looked and I'm like, man, I've got like 75 of the 100 cards for this deck. I might as well at least start making sure I pick up cards here and there, especially when it's the cheap cards. So there's those, and I've also been trying to get in cards for this Jun Jun. So if you've ever played Dan Dan or Forgetful Fish, the Jun Jun is similar to that, but in Jund. So I've got that stuff as well. So there's going to be some cards where I'm trying to figure out what deck it's for. These two, though, these are going to be for my wife's deck. This will be for her zombie deck. Clean this up here. There we go. This Verdant Catacombs, this is going to be one of the upgrades for my Slime Against Humanity deck. So I'm switching my slime deck to be, so I've always called it a Ghostbusters deck, but I'm actually going to switch to using a bunch of the Ghostbusters Secret Lair cards that I bought, a year plus ago, maybe a year and a half. Finally getting around to that. There's a cat collection card in there. So I ordered, as always, I pick up a couple cards and I check to see if there's any of the other cards we're looking for, including cat cards. So I did order a Verdant Catacombs. This Mind Sculpt, this is probably going to be for the Persistent Petitioners. And I think this is also for the Persistent Petitioners. Pretty sure. Sink into Stupor. So I've been needing these for quite a while. At this point, it's kind of hard to tell even what deck these are for. So any deck that I build that's got blue, that's a non-budget focused deck, I like to throw these in there. I love these. They're, modal, dual-sided cards. One side has a blue land if you need it, and the other side is a 3-cost bounce spell. Comes in handy. I've won a few games just because of this card. So the thing is I know that my Slime Against Humanity deck is going to need one, so we'll go ahead and put it there. I know I needed one for the Templar Knight deck, but I think I pulled the one that I'd bought already for my Iron Man deck, and I think this is the one for the Iron Man deck. So we'll set that aside and we'll find out later. So along with ordering a bunch of stuff for her collections and decks, my wife did order a few other cards for me. One of those was this Birds of Paradise. And I do already have this card technically. What it is, so I have a collection of Birds of Paradise cards, and I also have the Imagine Critter cards from Bloomburrow, which just happens to also have the Birds of Paradise. So I've got the Birds of Paradise in my birds collection, but I haven't finished the Imagine Critters collection. I think I need 3 cards, including this one. And I've just been putting off because I wasn't sure if I wanted to spend the money on buying another birds, and I didn't know if I wanted to pull it from one collection to put it in the other one, or just, say, yeah, I have it, or something like that. I wasn't really sure if I wanted to do that. But this answers the question. She got me one. So we'll get to put that in there. It does mean now, though, I need to order the other 2 cards for that one. So this right here, the Sid, this is going to be for her Final Fantasy collection. I'll just leave this in the sleeve. That's going to go there. Jedit Ojanen. This is another cat card. It doesn't actually say cat on it, but that's because it's from like Portal or Legends or something. I'm not really sure actually, but it is a cat card. So Relentless Dead, I would guess, yeah. But this is going to go in her zombie deck. Paragraph Colossus, most likely, is also a zombie deck card. This is where things get a little tricky. Traveling Chocobo. You would think by this point we would have enough. I've got 2 of these. I've got one like this. I've got a borderless one. And my wife bought the borderless one as well, but she did not get the regular one. The thing is, to complete her collection of the Final Fantasy standard cards, she needed this one. So, she picked one up. This is one of the few cards she needs to finish that up, along with the Sids. And Y'shtola. I think, no, actually, this is going to be for the cat collection. And this right here looks like another zombie card for the zombie collection. If I can get it open. Yeah, top loader sometimes. There we go. So, I can't even say that. Mikaeus, the Unhallowed, I guess. Another Sid. So I did order myself 1 or 2 Sids soon, but they haven't come in yet. Hopefully she gets all her Sids in, gets those out of the way ahead of time. That way we don't have any confusion as to who's whose. There's another Sid. Ghoul Color Gisa. I think this is also for her zombie deck. Yeah, sacrifice another creature, create a zombie. There's another Sid. We'll pull this off here. I think maybe she's got all of her Sids. We'll find out when we're going to put it all in there. So I ordered this stack of stuff here. In addition to the cards that she ordered for Final Fantasy, she was trying to complete the art card collection, which I think she's got like 9 cards left. And there's also some tokens and stuff that we weren't able to complete between her boxes and my boxes, and a friend of ours boxes as well. So I went through and I started ordering. I had them on my shopping cart, my save later. The only thing is I think I messed up when I ordered a few of these. So these are 2-sided, and when you look at them on TCG Player, it'll say, Hero number 2 and Spirit number 3, right? And there's a few of them I went through and I was like, oh, well, I just, for some reason, I assumed that the first word was the card that we needed, and I don't know why. So I think I ordered some of the wrong cards, but we'll find out. We'll put those in for the Final Fantasy collection. And then I built that deck that I called Bird Fight. It's that $20 deck that's not going to be sleeved or anything like that. And it basically creates a bunch of these 2/2 flying birds for everybody. And then they fight each other. So I figured I would need a whole bunch of the tokens for that deck. So I did order some of those tokens as well when I ordered these. So put those there. Alright. I'm not really sure what deck this is going to be for. This is probably Persistent Petitioners. That's over here. I did need some more ooze tokens, so I ordered some of the ooze tokens. I think I've got a thing for ooze, and then here's a couple more of the tokens. But again, so like there's the heroes, right? Maybe this other hero is the right one. I'm not sure. Hopefully. And I thought we had a Moogle, but maybe not. So we have it now, though. Here's some more bird tokens. Like I said, my logic was that I needed to at least have 2 for every person at the table, because it's going to create 2 bird tokens and then a few extra just in case. So ordered a whole bunch of those. Bojuka Bog. This is, I think, for the Persistent Petitioners deck as well. Alright, so then I did these. She didn't order these. This is from when she opened up her Spider-Man box. We just set aside these cats. These are the Spider-Man cats. I just haven't put them in a cat binder, so I went ahead and tossed them in here so that I didn't forget. Hey, look, another Sid. Now let's flip this thing around since they've written on this sleeve. So that at least if I put it in with this sleeve, it'll look fine. Sid with the mustache. So all these have a number, but we pretty much, I've always called them by different names. There's Thinking Sid, Sid in Court, or it looks like the Sid is going to have like a, well, armor for his crotch. Flying Sid. Sid, I don't know what we used to call that one. You get the idea, though. Sid with a baseball hat. Alright. Anyhow, here's another cat card, if I can pick it up. You guys didn't see that yet. Another cat card, Armored Sky Hunter. And then she got me 2 other cards. Actually, I think she's got 1 more coming still, I believe. Maybe I'm wrong. But she ordered me a Birds of Paradise with apparently an 8 written across the front of it for some reason. This is from Revised, though. This is off of my list of cards that I was looking for. So she picked me up a nice little Birds of Paradise. Looks like it's actually in pretty good shape outside of the sleeve. I think the sleeve is in worse shape than the card. Let's see if I can get it out of here without tearing it up. I like these perfect fits, but man, they're not very good if you plan on taking a card out. So, it's not perfect. There's some dust, some funk right there, it looks like. If you can see it. A little bit of funk there. But otherwise, it looks like it's in pretty good shape. You see the reflection. Not a whole lot of wear or anything like that. One little ding right there. Maybe a little bit of wear on the corner, but maybe a little bit down, like a little bit of a, maybe it's been a little bit. But overall, not bad for a Revised card. So, and Birds of Paradise, can't complain. Love those. And of course, you guys saw this before I got to show you. If you're paying attention, she picked me up another card off of my list here. If I can get it out of here. That's fine. She picked me up an Ancient Tomb. So I've been trying to complete the Stellar Sights, and the Ancient Tomb cards, there's 2 of them, are the most expensive cards of the set. And so she decided to throw down, $80 to $100, depending on where she got it, for an Ancient Tomb for me. Ironically, I did have a trade worked out for a friend of mine for an Ancient Tomb, just like this one. So the other Ancient Tomb would have been a better pickup, because then I wouldn't have to still get that second one. But I love that she picked this up. This is a very, very nice gift. Very big surprise as well. So, if nothing else, I will probably be still trying to trade for the other one, and then I can maybe use the other one and try to trade for the poster version as well. Maybe I can find somebody that would be looking for that, but we'll see. But awesome pickup. Nice gift for her. That said, I'm going to get everything scanned in for the stuff from my collection and her collection. I'm going to get them all sleeved up and ready to go, and then we'll get the binders out. Last week I did not get the binders out. I need to get the binders out. We're behind. So I'll get to the binders, and we'll get some stuff put away, and then maybe I can poke through my decks and figure out what I'm doing with the rest of them. So I'll be back in just a minute. Okay, I'm back. I got everything scanned in. Started kind of working on some things. I will say, you may notice the audio is a little different. It's because for the second video in a row, I think, I forgot to turn on my microphone, my good microphone. So anyhow, so the only thing I've got here for my binder before we go dive into my wife's binders is these two Birds of Paradise and then this Ancient Tomb. So we need to find the Birds of Paradise. Well, that was easy. Actually, this one doesn't go in Birds of Paradise, but this one does. And I've saved a spot here for a gold bordered one. These are all like the Secret Lair versions and stuff like that. The borderless ones. So I'm going to guess that I was planning on putting this one down here. Though it feels like maybe I should swap it. I'm going to swap it so that it's next to all these other ones that are the same art. So I think I'm down to, I know I need that one. I would love to dig out a second one of these. We actually have it, but it's in my wife's stuff. She hasn't even opened it up. I bought her the Secret Lair, the Monty Python one, and she's not opened it. Anyhow, so I know I've got a, let's see, what am I missing? So there is Dominaria Remastered. There's a retro bordered one that I really want to get in a foil. I still don't have that one. There's the Kibler Championship card, and I think maybe there's one more that's white bordered or that in that range. I'm pretty sure. I'd have to double check. In fact, I can double check right now. So there is a new Birds of Paradise coming out that I want. So there's one that's less like this. Is this already the one that? No, this isn't the one. It's similar artwork. It's 7th edition. And was I looking for that one? That's not foil. There's a 7th edition version of this that I wanted to get. Though, to be honest with you, I'm not really sure. I think it's the same artwork. No, it's different text is what it was. Different text, and it's got this style frame. Anyhow, so there's a 7th edition version. There's the Dominaria Remastered version that I mentioned, the foil retro framed, and then there is the Brian Kibler signed one. But there is a new one coming out, the Paradise Chocobo Birds of Paradise. That's going to be the card included in all the Final Fantasy Christmas bundles. So I am going to add that into the mix right here or somewhere around here once that comes out. I'm hoping to be able to get at least one bundle myself. That card, though, specifically should be relatively easy to get a hold of because it's going to be in every bundle. So anyhow, so we got to find the Bloomburrow and the Stellar Sights stuff. Let's see what we can find here. Stellar Sights was easy. Ancient Tomb is right here at the front. So this is what I was talking about. I don't know if you can see this. I can probably get this closer to you. So this is the regular Ancient Tomb. The poster version is the other half of the puzzle for me. So let's go ahead and get this one in though. Huge thanks to my wife for picking that one up. And I mean, there's still some big ones that I'm gonna have to get beyond that, of course. So it's not like we're out of the woods. I think I still have $500 for the cards. Jimson Caverns, for example. Those are going to be expensive. Reflecting pools are not cheap. The Mana Confluences. So I mean, there's a bunch of cards that are still expensive. But knocking some of the ones off the top of the list off is always good. So maybe I can make some more progress towards getting everything finished up on this. This is going to take a while, though. Alright, now let's find our way to the yeah, Bloomborough. Make sure it's in this binder. By the way, I did order a few more of these. I didn't really have any intention on completing this set of the Edge of Eternity's showcase, Japanese showcase cards, but I was able to get the rest of them for pretty darn cheap in Japanese. So I've ordered a few more of those. I think it's the ones from that set. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's from that set. Ironically, these borderless cards, on the other hand, there's one of them that's just like $50 now. It's crazy. It's like one of these two. So, I mean, I'm not in a big rush to try to complete that as well. Waiting till till the price is right, basically. I don't know if you guys have seen that. Speaking of the Paradise Chocobo and the Birds of Paradise, that bundle, the Final Fantasy bundle, that is one I would love to try to complete the set of all the cards that are available for that, but there's just no way. They're going to be in so much demand. I mean, some of them look awesome. The Choco Seeker of Paradise, which is my commander for one of my decks, I am going to try to get that. There's a Lulu Stern Guardian that I really want to pick up. That's another deck that I kind of wanted to play around with in the future. And then the Chocobo Camp card, I might need more than one of those, to be honest. But that one gives you buffs for casting bird creatures and stuff like that. At minimum, I need to put that in my Tempest Hawk deck, which has green as well and a bunch of birds. Anyhow. No progress on these yet. I mean, these have come down quite a bit in price, but I never really had any intention on picking up the Ugin and stuff like that. They were just so expensive that I didn't think that they were really going to be in my price range ever. They have gotten closer in the Japanese version, so. Alright, so number 81. That's going to go down here in this corner. You can see that, right? Yep. So as you can see, I have one here and one there. And they're not too expensive. They're like $5, $6, $7 in that range. So at some point, I am going to finish those up. Anyhow, I will be back. I wonder if I got 1, 2, 3, 4 SIDS. All these persistent petitioners for that deck. I should pull those out, to be honest. I think I might pull those out before I take this, but you don't need to watch me do that. We'll skip some time, and I'm going to go grab the binders for my wife's cards. That way we can put those up as well. Alright, first up is her Final Fantasy collection. So let's just flip through. I'm pretty sure there's nothing that's needed until we get into the greens. But let's just double check. I'm not sure if we have everything to complete the set today. I don't know if I think she still has at least another Sid coming. Maybe more. Alright, there's a green card that's needed. Actually, you know what? I know that we can't complete it because there is one for sure that's missing. Alright, so number 209 to 10 is Traveling Chocobo. That's going to be the next card we run into is the one that she's missing. It's going to be this guy. So she's got a whole bunch of SIDS, but she does not have that Kefka, even though it is on order. That order has been lost in the mail. So have to wait and see. I gotta dig out this. There's this one swamp. I know we have it. We just we missed it when we were putting this stuff in here the first time. All right, Sid number 414. So 413, 414. Sid number 419, 418. She might have all the SIDs. 410, 409, 408. 409, 407. And she's one short because she's got 415 right here, but not 416. Awfully close. I'll have to look for that swamp as well. Alright. So she's got a page with some of her favorite, some of the ones she pulled, and then she picked up this Chocobo. I don't know if she picked that one up or not, but I do really like these. I want this for my Persistent Petitioners deck, but I'm probably not going to spend the money to get one. She does have, I did at least put all of her bonus sheet stuff in order with all the spaces between them. I don't think she has any intention on trying to complete this set though. Alright, tokens. So, we have token number 8, token number 9. So it'd be 10, this would be token 11. 7 or 2. 7 or 2. So this is a dud. Don't know why I have that one. We know we have 2, but do we have 3? That's so weird. There's token number 3 right there too. Maybe it's hero token number 3? I'll have to look that one up. That's so weird. And then we know we have that hero token number 3. And there's the other spirit as well. She does seem to be missing a spirit, I think. So one of these spirits is going to work. The question is where does it go? Because all these others are in order. So there should be a spirit in here somewhere. But you can see I ordered all those tokens and still completely missed, basically. I'm going to get the list out and figure that out. I won't make you watch me. We'll go ahead and I'll do that here in just a minute. So I didn't make you guys watch me, but before I switched binders here, which I can readjust this. You don't have to, guys, look at my trash. I did notice with this, so this is a FIC. This is a Commander one, not one of the FINs like this, FIN. I went through them all, and we still need to get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 more. So I will have to make a list and get all that figured out. That said, we got some cat cards to drop in here. So we have the 3 new ones. These are going to go at the end. At some point, we're going to go through and get all these things properly sleeved. She didn't want to sleeve them, but man, do they just not move. They move around too much. And these sleeves that I've been using with texture on the back were perfect for that. So, all right. Drop these here at the end, as we have with the other cards. We'll put these in. At some point, I'm going to reorganize everything, so they will get into their proper places eventually. So we got a Y'shtola. We already have one Y'shtola, so we know that that's going to go right here. It looks like that completes that page, and I'm pretty sure that completes all of that. We do still have some more cat cards on order, or to order. I've ordered a few, but in addition to that, let me look here. We have not completed them. We've just got rid of all the expensive stuff. So the most expensive cat cards left are $3. And we're down to 9 cards. So we've got Arctic Nishbola, Hunting Cheetah, which I can't believe it's a common. I can't believe we haven't pulled that one yet from one of those mystery booster boxes. Though to be fair, I did hear that my wife ordered one of the mystery booster boxes. So I love them. She's not had any interest in them, but the professor did that video and showing how good they can be. And she got, and ironically, she actually picked one up before that, apparently. But now she's kind of excited for him. So, Madini, Emporium Master, Leonin Abunas, Highcliff Felidar, Felidar Guardian, Pride Sovereign, Blistering Firecat, and Merry Weatherlight Duelist. Hear the cat meowing. So, anyhow, we got 3 to drop in here though. And first one's an A. We have a J and an L. So let's go ahead and skip down to the L. There's a lot of cards. Alright, so there's M's, L's. We're looking for Leonin, which is a whole bunch. And then Leonin Battle Matrix. It's probably going to go here because that's a D afterwards. But yeah, that's an A. So that's going to go right there. That completes those pages. Got another one right there that we need. Alright, J, Jedit, J-E-D, J-E-T, J-E, Jedit. It's going to go right there. Still one more to complete this page. And then we have Armored Sky Hunter. AMR, Armored Guardian, so it's probably here. Could be either way. Hold on, let's see. Armored Sky, so it's going to be on this side. So there we go. That's what we got so far. Like I said, not counting what's on order, which she ordered some more. I ordered some more. We have 9 cards left. So how many cards? 9 cards left to order. Like I said, these things are just sliding all over the place. So that one's complete. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 10. So apparently I've got 1 card on order, but we'll see. Anyhow, I've got all these cards to sort through for decks. At some point, I think I need to go through and show off some decks and stuff like that. I think you guys would probably be interested in seeing that. We have a ton. You guys see us constantly buying cards. So yeah, we have a bunch of decks. That said, this is Binder Miner. As always, thanks for watching. To put us in your binder like we've been doing with these, just like and subscribe, ring the bell to be notified, and you can catch us on social media, which is down in the description below. I hope everybody has a great day. We have that mystery booster box that she's got on order, and we have the secret layers. So we got the flower power, which is already shipped, and then eventually we're going to see the Furby scary layer as well, which is going to have a ton of stuff. We spent a lot of money on that one. So a few more things upcoming, and as always, you know, there's more mail day stuff coming, and who knows what else. Every time I think we're about to run out of stuff, we always end up picking some more stuff up. So till next time, hope you guys have a good one. We'll see you soon. Bye.